Hey guys, Born Free here. The timestamps for the questions are in the description below. Just want to say, sorry this is a little bit late. It's about 2 weeks after DTN. Everybody has interviewed L.I. Joe and asked him every question under the sun. So hopefully there's a little bit here and there that's new and interesting. I hope you enjoy anyway, and thank you for your continued support. Okay, check it out. Hey guys, it's Born Free here. I am back with L.I. Joe at Defend the North 2016. How you doing, man?
I'm good. What's going on?
Now, last time that you and I spoke, a lot of big things have happened.
Big things.
One in particular.
Tiny things.
One in particular. Do you want me to?
Sure, absolutely.
There it is. Pokemon Go was released.
That is huge.
That's huge, right? Isn't that's the biggest? Isn't that just the biggest thing? It's big. No, seriously though.
Can I sidetrack for a second?
You can sidetrack as much as you
I've
want.
never played a Pokemon game in my life. Not a single game.
Well,
I think that's why I don't play Go, because I have no idea what any Pokemon... This is a true story. I'm not making this up. I've never played a Pokemon game ever.
neither had I
Really?
until I played Go.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Okay.
The only reason I play Go is because it makes me walk around a lot, which is very healthy, and get some sunshine.
Okay.
Which,
Vitamin D.
you know, with my colouring is I can only be out there for 5 minutes or so, so I only catch 1 or 2 Pokemon and talk to people because guess what? Other people play it, but whatever. This isn't about that. The special thing that happened, the amazing thing that happened, was the Evo was broadcast on ESPN, and you were the only American who made top 8, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure that everybody's asked you every question under the sun about it. So I'll probably just ask you all the same questions.
That's fine. That's fine. Maybe I'll get different answers. I'll think about it.
All right, yeah, no, that'd be great. If you thought about the answers, that'd be awesome. If you could do that this time, that'd be great. In all honesty, I think people have asked you really about like the experience and your father being there and all that sort of stuff. And I think we saw all of that, right? Now that the dust has settled, like, I mean, what does it feel? Does it feel like it's changed your life in any way?
No. My life has definitely not changed at all. I mean, a lot of people, I think, assume something like that would or whatever. I don't necessarily see a reason why. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, it's a huge deal for me. It was a not a life-changing experience for me, but it was like a probably one of the most important things that's ever happened in my life to me, if that counts. You know what I mean? It didn't necessarily change me or my life or me as a person or anything like that. It was like, I guess, a little hectic for like the first couple of days, but you know, the dust settles and then everything is back to normal, and you know, life goes on. You know what I mean?
Based on like your full career in fighting games, right? That's got to be like the biggest crowd that you've ever fought in front of. That must be the biggest stadium.
No questions.
Right?
There's not even almost.
Was there nerves or was there thrill? Did it drive? It looked like it was driving you.
The crowd actually did drive me. Like when I was playing, obviously the monitors are in front of me, and well, me and Nate, but my whole back is obviously exposed to the crowd. I remember like winning like a round or a match, and I can feel the vibration from like everybody chanting and screaming and clapping. I felt it like all over my back, like just the vibration from the people like going nuts. It was crazy. It was really crazy.
So that's what I find really interesting, right? Because I was ringside, so I was running around like a maniac, like, and it looked like you guys were a little bit lonely up there because it was a big old stage, and I've never seen anything quite like it. And then there's this huge, like, stadium, and there's people everywhere, right? So, are you? I mean, what do you do? Do you when you're playing the game itself, you just block everybody out? Or?
Yeah, I guess it's from like playing in like, well, I mean, I've been playing forever, but I think playing in the arcades, that was something that was often, you know, especially when the games were popular. There was you surrounded by 20 people who were playing like this, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of used to it, and the crowd does, I guess, like, it kind of throws me a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It kind of gives me hype and makes me want to play, and, you know, like kind of, you know, I don't want to say focuses me, but I guess, I don't know. I get like some sort of concentration and drive out of it, you know what I mean?
Did you have any sense that this is kind of a weird question, but I'll tell you why I'm asking this question, because I know that you did I know that you did all right with in the casinos.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
the night before, right?
Yeah.
So like something was going your way. Did you ever get a sense that maybe you'd be in Mandalay Bay?
No, you know what I was like? I was like, that's all my luck right there.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
losing
I'm
tomorrow.
done. I'm
Yeah.
done.
That's exactly what I thought. I remember I was with Logan from a Winter Stays On over there, and I was with Logan and a couple other people and a bunch and a few of the friends. And I remember after I won and I got back and I got my money, I was like, well, I'm gonna lose tomorrow. That's my luck has just run out. That was it. It's all over just on that one roll. But maybe not. But that was definitely a thought in my head. I was like, up there it goes. I'm done. I'm going to lose.
And then it was, and then you just kept going. That was one hell of a weekend. Are all your weekends like that?
No, I wish they were. I truly do.
Has anything come of like the whole ESPN thing that you can talk about? Or
honestly, it hasn't been like too much. I mean, as far as like people contacting and sponsors and stuff like that, I mean, there's been a couple of like approaches, I guess. Nothing solid, nothing crazy. Like people are like, "Yo, why are you working? Dude, quit your job." And it's impossible now. I mean, granted, again, there has been people that have approached me about certain things, but it's just not. It's not very stable, I guess, and it's not. I don't know. I guess the word is stable. You know what I mean? I can't just quit my job and try to, even though I would be a better player, you know what I mean? If I was able to not work and I can play all week and then go to a tournament during the weekend, you know, I do my best with the time that I have. But again, there's really nothing worth it to be able to say, hey, I'm not working no more. I'm just going to be sponsored by X company and stream all day and just play Street Fighter all day.
We're probably not quite there yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's there just unfortunately. Maybe another couple of years, we'll see. I mean, I know Evo and ESPN helped out tremendously, that's for sure. So we'll see what happens in, the upcoming years. But for now, at least for me, maybe some people could, but I don't think I can.
If you're going to play somebody who you know is very, very well known, very strong player, and at the back of your head you're sort of saying there's no chance, right? You've been doing this for years, right? Like, how do you approach it? Do you approach them with respect, or do you approach them with like anybody else until they prove that you should respect them?
No, I feel like especially in this game, I think the game requires a certain amount of respect to be given to the player. Well, your opponent, I guess, because this game is very dangerous. So if you have not a lot of respect for them and their play, you might not do well because you don't respect them. Oh my God, all right, maybe I should slow down and not go nuts because I think I'm better than him or whatever reason. So I think the game does require a certain amount of respect should be given to the opponent no matter what. But as far as me mentally preparing, I just try and stay like as calm as I can. Back in the day, I used to be like a little like pop-off guy. I would win one round and be like, yeah, and get up and stand in my chair and throw my stick and throw money at people and stuff like that. Yeah, I was a little rambunctious, like early Street Fighter 4. But in my older age, I'm starting to like calm down a little bit.
Can I ask, did you do that like just because you were excited, or did you do it consciously to kind of put them off?
No, it's honestly just me being excited. Like this is like such a passion of mine, and it's like I don't have a chance to release that except in those specific moments. You know what I mean? So like I just feel it and I can't help it. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with, and I don't even mean to be disrespectful or anything like that against the my players and stuff. But yeah, I just feel it, man. You gotta let it out.
What's the biggest mistake that you see people making when you play? When you play people in general, when you play casuals, when you play competition, whatever, is there anything that stands out as the biggest as a big mistake in terms of the way the game is played?
Like from other people playing, like how they might be playing along. I think lack of knowledge and execution are like the two biggest things. Even though the game is not executionally hard or advanced or whatever, it still requires a little bit, but it does require more knowledge. A lot of frame knowledge and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of players just maybe see stuff online and then jump right in like they can do it or this is how they should approach things, but it's a little bit more tactical and mathematical than just like a copy paste from what they see Infiltration do or whoever, Tokido, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm a Ryu player, so I'm going to watch Ryu, and I could do that, but it's not really. It's more about the methodical part than what he's doing, and obviously your hands, your dexterity, your execution has to be there too. So I would just say those two things.
Do you think it's more important in this game than other games?
Yeah. I think I am not a frame guy. Everybody knows that.
That's what I thought.
I am not a frame guy, but this is the first game where I'm really like attempting to understand frames and know frame data from like my opponent and my own frame data from my character and stuff like that. Because the game again is It's basic. There's not really much going on. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
no crazy, like mechanics or anything. Yeah, I guess there's a V trigger stuff, but it's not like, there's not like game changing modes or crazy. You know what I mean? It's very like cut and dry. You got two guys on the floor, and that's it. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it has to play in that one little aspect, because it is so basic that you need that level of knowledge to actually be like super successful in the game.
Okay, so moving on, I want to ask you about some of the new DLC characters, because I ask everybody, and I always, everyone has a different point of view. It's still early days, but we've seen a very quick release of like almost four characters.
Yeah.
Almost your favorite,
there.
almost your favorite character.
Almost
Almost
there.
there. We're almost there.
P.S. If he's not good, I'm not using him. I'm just gonna say that right now. So, if he's not good, I'm sorry, I'm not using him. Everybody, I refuse, because Nash is a good character, and I want to win.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Although he's pretty stylish.
Who? Urien?
Yeah.
Yeah, Urien's pretty sick.
He's pretty sick.
But hey, style doesn't get you the W, man. I'm just saying. That suit's not going to get me any W's.
It's true.
That dead hand
It's
is
true.
going to get me W's.
Isn't he supposed to like?
There's I've seen him do super, and when he's super, he's in the banana hammock. I'm a big fan of the banana hammock, by the way. So we'll see what happens. But again, if he turns out being good, I would definitely want to use him as a secondary. I hope he covered. It would be so sick if he covered Nash's bad matchups. That would be like.
What kind of level Street Fighter player can pick up Urien?
I in this game again, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how he plays. Like what he's really going to be like. I mean, from what I see, it doesn't seem to. Oh, third strike, you have to be pretty good. Yeah, it's not.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm getting.
No,
at,
okay,
right?
okay, yeah. In third strike, he's not like that easy to use. You know what I mean? You have charge partitioning, which is pretty difficult. You have to know like a million different combos for all the characters, depending on if you're mid screen, if you're in the corner. How much bar you have, what Aegis am I doing, what unblockable am I doing? Does it work on Hugo? Does it work on Necro? Can I throw a fireball at Necro after the launcher? Can I not? There's a lot of different stuff in third strike. In this game, I'm not sure.
So potentially he could be one of the hardest characters to master if he's similar to his character in Third Strike.
Potentially, yeah. Could be.
Okay.
I mean, again, I don't know. We'll find out in a month, I guess.
I guess we will. So we've got Juri out now. We've got Ibuki out now. We've got Balrog out now. What are your thoughts on those characters? Let's go in order.
Yeah.
Ibuki, Balrog, Juri.
Ibuki, I've probably had as much experience with as Juri, and Juri just came out. I think I played Shine a set online with Ibuki, and that was it. I played one Ibuki here in casuals. I really no experience. And Juri, I played Alex Myers. That was it, online, and that was it. And that was like the day she came out. We played like a first to fire. That was it. So I don't want to like judge and say how good the character is. I do have a good grasp on Balrog because Javits uses Balrog.
Yes.
Yeah. So me and Javits played online a lot. So
He's
have a
sick,
good
right?
grasp. Yeah. He was.
Get better,
not feeling
Javits.
good.
Yeah.
So yeah, he went home, but one love to Mr. Javits. So Balrog I have the most experience with. I think he's good. I think he's not bad. I'm not sure if he's like a high level character. Like he's definitely not top 5, but I think he's doable. It's possible.
He looks scary.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. He could turn the tide of a match in like one hit.
I don't know if I've asked you this before, but do you have a secondary?
Ask it. I do not have a secondary.
Seriously?
I'm not kidding.
Like, if somebody forced you in a tournament to play another character,
I would pick probably Ken, because I used Ken in the beta for a while. I used to use Ken and Nash in the beta, just because I wanted to use another character. So I'd probably use Ken until Urien, if he's good.
Tell me about just a few more questions.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about East Coast Throwdown.
Okay, East Coast Throwdown is a tournament that me and Mr. John Gallagher started. It's actually the first weekend of September. You can register now at ecthrowdown.com. Nice little plug. Thank you very much. It's a ranking event, too. So it's like one of the last ranking events, too. So you get some Pro Tour points.
Didn't even know that.
Yes, it is a ranking event. Yes.
It's a ranking event, people.
It is a ranking event. Unfortunately, I can't play in it. I have to sit this one out, unfortunately, because I can really use some points. And I was thinking about it, too. I was like, I should just not even run this. I should just... But then what the hell am I going to do? Who's going to do it? You know what I'm saying? It's already there. We're already, we already have registrants for it. And we have the ballroom. We have stream. Arturo is streaming, So it's like, what do I do? Not do it or pay somebody to do it for me just so I can play? So
Let's talk about New York.
Let's talk about New York.
We were talking about that earlier,
We were
right?
talking about New York, yeah.
Let's talk about New York.
Yeah, I lived there.
Okay,
Pretty
all right.
cool. Nice
New York.
place. Rude people.
A little bit of talk about the New York fighting game scene at the moment, not keeping up with the West Coast fighting game scene. What's going on? What do you think we need to do?
I just think the East Coast needs a little bit more unity, a little more freshening up. I mean, I think there's great players here. We just have to stay sharp. You know what I mean? Stay sharp and present ourselves in a certain light and try and get into that. I think that's the hard thing, is that I think we have the talent. It's just hard to get the attention, over here. You know what I mean? But I'm not really sure why we don't have the attention. But that's what I'm saying. If we stay grinding, if we walk a certain path for a while, people are going to have no choice but to pay attention to us. You know what I mean? And not to say that nobody does. I just feel like we have to, I guess, push ourselves in the light instead of, waiting for the light to come to us, so to speak. So we got to get out. We got to grind. We got to play. We got to unify. We got to, we have to build something together. We have to stay together. We have to play together. It can't just be like a every man for himself thing, East Coast style. You know what I mean? We have to kind of come together and realize that this is important for not the individuals, but for everyone, for the whole scene, and the coast and everything else.
All right, so that's basically it from me and from my good friend here, L.I. Joe. Congratulations, man! That was really amazing seeing you up at on ESPN.
Thank you. It was an honor. Seriously, it was a true honor.
Top 8. Well, I think you did us all proud, and I think I was there, and I just thought it was you brought the hype, and ESPN couldn't have asked for more, and I think that hopefully this means that there's going to be more of a bright future in regards to fighting games as we grow.
Yeah, I did do my best, and that was the whole thing in my head. I just wanted to do good for the scene and do good for, the whole thing involved. It wasn't really just for me. It wasn't really for the money. It wasn't for my dad. It was for everybody. You know what I mean? I've been doing this since I was a little kid. So to be up there finally, and I watched all my friends get up there. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching Justin get up there for years, and I can name 10 other people that I'm very close with, but he just always comes because he's always on stage. I can name 10 other people that I'm close with in the fighting game community that have been on stage, and this was just my time. Do I think I'm the fifth best player in the world? I absolutely do not think I'm the fifth best player in the world. I said it on another interview, sorry, but I said it's just.
No, I know. I watch all those interviews.
It's almost like any given Sunday, man. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm any better than I was before Evo. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm the fifth best player in the world. Absolutely not. I'm totally kidding myself. I think that it is a lot of pressure, though, because now people think you're going to win everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's absolutely not the case. A lot of pressure on me, honestly, because I feel like, not that I have something to prove, but I know people want me to prove it to them. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And I don't, sorry if I don't, but
I mean, you've been around long enough to know how this works, you know, and everyone has their good days and their bad days, and it's very difficult to be. I mean,
consistency is hard. It's very hard.
Infiltration is a machine,
Yeah.
and that's why everyone has so much respect for him.
Yeah,
because it really is that difficult. There are so many killers, as Lupe Fiasco put it in his song, which I want to download an extended version of because I thought that was sick as hell. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for the interview.
Of course, anytime.
Mr. Long Island G.I. Joe.
Joe is fine. Joe will do. Thank you. Seriously, thank you.
Until next time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We'll see you guys later. Peace out.